If you've made it this far, it's because you feel that there's something unique within you, a greater mission that the universe has entrusted to you. Perhaps you've already noticed signs, that feeling that you are different, that there's a tremendous power inside you, but you're not quite sure what it is yet. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this video, I'll guide you through the steps that the chosen ones can take to discover and develop their spiritual gifts. Maybe up until now, you've gotten lost in the distractions of the world, not realizing the quiet call echoing in your heart. But believe me, that call is real, and it's waiting for you to awaken to your true mission. It all begins when you decide to listen. Now, I want to hear from you. What signs or intuitions have you already noticed that make you believe you are chosen? Leave a comment below. I'm eager to hear your stories and exchange ideas about this incredible journey. Many chosen ones spend a large part of their lives not fully understanding what they carry within themselves. Sometimes it can be confusing. You might notice that things around you don't make sense, that the way the world works doesn't align with what you believe to be true. And the truth is, that's part of the process. The gift you carry is unique, and it's waiting for the right moment to manifest. But for that to happen, you need to be aware that you've been chosen. This doesn't mean you are superior to anyone, but rather that your mission is special, and the universe has entrusted you with the responsibility of playing a crucial role in transforming lives, perhaps even your own. Now, imagine your gift is like a seed planted inside you on the day you were born. For a long time, this seed remained hidden, silent, waiting for the right moment to sprout. And that moment is approaching. You are about to realize that this seed needs to be watered, nurtured, and cared for in order to grow and become something grand. But before anything, you need to recognize it, accept that it exists, and most importantly, take responsibility for developing it. Many people ignore the signs of the call. They get distracted by daily worries and external pressures, silencing the inner voice that has always tried to guide them toward the right path. But you are different. If you're here watching this video, it's because you've already started to notice that something inside you is awakening. That impulse, that feeling that there is something beyond what the eyes can see. It's your spirit trying to show you that the time has come. It's time to listen, to open your eyes to what's really happening around you, and to accept the call to develop your spiritual gifts. Now that you've begun to perceive the call, the next step is to identify the gifts the universe has placed within you. This process may not always be as simple as it seems. It's common for chosen ones to spend years without fully understanding what makes them special. Perhaps you have natural abilities that you've always considered ordinary, but in reality, they hold the key to something much greater. Identifying your gifts begins with observing yourself. Pay attention to the moments when you feel most in tune, most aligned with what's happening around you. These flow moments, when everything seems to happen naturally and effortlessly, are powerful signs that you're touching something deep within yourself. It's as if, for a brief moment, your true spiritual essence is manifesting. Be mindful of these moments, as they can arise during conversations, prayers, when helping someone, or even in unexpected situations. Another way to start identifying your gifts is by noticing the subtle signs the universe sends you. These could manifest as a strong intuition, visions during dreams, or even coincidences that seem to guide you toward a specific path. The chosen ones often have a stronger connection to these signs, which go beyond logical reasoning. Perhaps you feel an unexplained attraction to certain areas, like healing, wisdom, or even an ability to see beyond what is visible to the eye. These feelings are not random. They are manifestations of the gifts you carry within. It's essential to remember that spiritual gifts don't always present themselves in the way we imagine. Sometimes, these gifts may seem small or even insignificant. It might be the ability to listen deeply to others, feel the energies around you, or predict what will happen before it does. These are talents that many people overlook, but they may be the starting point for something much greater. The more you observe these signs, the clearer the clues about the dormant gifts within you become. It's important to note that identifying spiritual gifts is not an immediate process. It may take time for you to fully understand the spiritual abilities you possess, and that's okay. The path of the chosen is not rushed, and everyone has their own pace of awakening. The key is to remain attentive and open to the messages the universe has for you, because with each day, another piece of this spiritual puzzle begins to fall into place. Moreover, your gifts often reveal themselves through your interactions with others. Pay attention to the feedback from those around you. Perhaps you have the gift of bringing peace, wisdom, or courage, and you haven't even realized it. The people around you may notice something extraordinary in you, something that to them is impressive, but you, being so accustomed to it, might not have noticed. Listening to these observations can be a significant clue about gifts you haven't yet recognized. Remember, spiritual gifts are divine blessings, but they also come with responsibility. The more you dive into them, the more these gifts will ask to be used wisely and with purpose. Identifying your gifts is the first step in a journey that goes beyond yourself. As you develop your spiritual talents, you not only transform your own life, but you also impact the lives of those around you. From this point forward, the question is no longer if you have gifts, but how to use them to fulfill your mission. Now that you've started recognizing your gifts and noticing the signs from the universe, it's time to deepen your connection with your spiritual essence. This is a crucial step in fully developing your gifts, because without this connection, it's like trying to navigate an unknown sea without a compass. Your spiritual essence is the source of all the power you possess. When you connect with this essence, you begin to access parts of yourself you may never have imagined. So, how do you strengthen this connection with your spirit and the divine that resides within you? The key lies in creating a spiritual routine that helps you silence the external noise and listen to your inner voice. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for this. Perhaps you've heard a lot about meditation, but never really tried it. Or maybe you tried and found it hard to focus. The truth is, meditation isn't about emptying your mind or controlling your thoughts, but rather observing them. It's about creating a space where you can disconnect from daily worries and simply be. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to enter that state of peace and connection with your spirit. And it's not just meditation. Prayer is also a powerful bridge that connects you to your essence. When you pray, you're not only asking or giving thanks, you're creating a direct connection with the divine. Prayer is an intimate conversation between your soul and the universe, and like any conversation, the more you engage in it, the deeper and clearer it becomes. Start your days with a simple prayer, opening your heart to receive the wisdom and guidance from the universe. At first, you may not notice significant changes, but over time, this practice will become a crucial foundation in your spiritual connection process. Another vital aspect of this connection is the time you dedicate to silence and introspection. We live in a world full of distractions, with notifications, commitments, and noise that pull us away from our essence. To strengthen your gifts, it's necessary to learn to value moments of solitude, where you can be with yourself without interruptions. These moments of silence are opportunities for your soul to manifest, allowing you to hear the answers that have always been within you, but are often drowned out by external demands. Allow yourself to disconnect regularly and dive into your inner being. Nature is also a powerful tool for reconnecting with your spiritual essence. It is a pure expression of the divine, and by reconnecting with it, you reconnect with your own divinity. Spend more time outdoors, observe the cycle of the seasons, feel the strength of the elements, and notice how everything in nature operates in harmony. This harmony reflects the peace you can achieve within yourself when you align with your spiritual essence. Simple practices like walking barefoot on the earth, listening to the wind in the trees, or contemplating the sunrise can provide clarity and a deeper connection with your purpose. We must not forget the importance of caring for the body, which is the temple where your spiritual essence resides. Eating well, moving your body, and respecting your limits are ways to honor the spirit that lives within you. The more you care for your physical body, the more aligned you become with your spiritual self. Often, the answers we seek outside of ourselves are actually within us, but we can only hear them when body and mind are in harmony. The connection with your spiritual essence is a continuous process, not something that happens overnight, but a practice that strengthens over time. As you establish this connection with your soul, your gifts begin to manifest with more clarity and strength. You begin to realize that the universe is not only around you, but also within you, guiding every step of your path. At this point, the journey begins to take on a new form. Connecting with your essence not only awakens your gifts, but also reveals new truths, possibilities, and a deeper understanding of your purpose. This is just one part of the journey. Now that you have started the process of connecting with your spirit, it's time to strengthen your gifts through practice. As you progress on your spiritual journey, the practice of self-awareness becomes essential. Self-awareness is the ability to observe and understand your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and how they relate to your spiritual essence. This practice is not only about knowing yourself, but about accepting and loving yourself, recognizing all parts of who you are. To begin, take moments during your day to reflect and ask yourself how you're feeling and what is going through your mind. Often we get lost in the routine and forget to listen to ourselves. Self-awareness acts as a mirror, reflecting not just what is on the surface, but also the deeper layers of your soul. This simple exercise can open doors to a deeper understanding of your gifts and abilities. A powerful tool for developing self-awareness is journaling. Keeping a spiritual journal can be transformative. By writing down your reflections, emotions, and experiences, you create a healthy distance between your thoughts and yourself, allowing you to observe them with more clarity. Sometimes, you may notice patterns you hadn't seen before, such as fears that hold you back or limiting beliefs that need to be overcome. Furthermore, self-awareness is strongly linked to the practice of meditation. During meditation, you can observe your thoughts without judgment, allowing them to arise and disappear without clinging to them. This process of self-observation creates space for spiritual growth, as it helps identify and release blockages that may be preventing the natural flow of your gifts. When you allow yourself to simply observe your thoughts and emotions without judging them, this practice becomes an essential tool for understanding how your emotional and mental state impacts your spirituality. The more aware you become of your reactions, the easier it is to manage them, especially in challenging moments. Remember that self-awareness also involves compassion toward yourself. Often, we are our own harshest critics, which disconnects us from the true essence of who we are. Instead of judging yourself, try to understand why you feel what you feel and what these emotions are trying to teach you. Every emotion has a purpose, and by exploring these messages, you become wiser in your spiritual journey. Another important aspect of self-awareness is paying attention to what you consume, whether it's information, relationships, or environments. What you read, watch, or listen to can profoundly affect your mind and spirit. If you surround yourself with negativity or people who don't recognize your gifts, this can create blocks in your evolution. Seek environments that nourish your soul and reinforce the beauty of who you are. As you become more self-aware, you will notice changes in your perception. You will become more attuned to your emotions and reactions, allowing you to act in alignment with your spiritual purpose. You will learn to recognize when you need to step away and reconnect with yourself, which will strengthen your ability to use your gifts more effectively. The practice of self-awareness is not just a mental exercise, but a spiritual one. The more you know yourself, the clearer the path becomes for developing and manifesting your gifts. By accepting and loving yourself, you create space for your talents to manifest. This deep connection with yourself is where true transformation begins. Through self-awareness, you prepare to face the next step, overcoming the fears and doubts that arise during the spiritual process. These fears are natural, but it's essential to learn how to face them so they don't become barriers to your growth. On your spiritual path, it's common for fears and doubts to arise. They can take various forms, such as fear of the unknown, doubt about your ability to develop your gifts, or insecurity about showing your true self to others. These feelings are normal, but they don't have to define your destiny. Overcoming them is a crucial step in unlocking your true potential. The first step is to acknowledge the fears rather than ignore or try to push them away. Face them head-on and ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Often, by naming the fear, you weaken it. Try to understand the root of the fear. Is it fear of failure, not being accepted, or not meeting your own expectations? By understanding the origin of the fear, you can begin working to overcome it. A powerful technique for confronting fears is visualization. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine yourself facing your fear in a way that empowers you. See yourself overcoming the challenge with confidence and satisfaction. By visualizing success, you begin reprogramming your mind to accept this reality. Over time, this visualization becomes part of your internal narrative, dissipating the fear that holds you back. Additionally, the practice of gratitude is a transformative tool. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, start giving thanks for the things that are going right. Keep a gratitude journal where you record your achievements, big or small. This helps shift the focus of your mind, allowing you to see how far you've come. This change in perspective is essential for overcoming doubts and strengthening your self-confidence. A practical approach to dealing with doubts is to continue strengthening your spiritual practice. Meditate, pray, and strive to connect more deeply with your essence. The more you engage in these practices, the stronger your spiritual connection becomes, and the more reliable your intuition becomes. When you have a deep bond with the divine, doubts become easier to face because you feel that there is something greater guiding your path. Don't hesitate to follow this journey with faith and determination. It's also essential to seek support and connect with those walking the same path. Sometimes, hearing the experiences of others can offer new insights and motivation. These individuals who have faced similar challenges can share valuable lessons on how to overcome them. Joining spiritual groups or communities can be a wonderful way to feel embraced and strengthened. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Everyone called to this mission faces their own inner struggles. What truly distinguishes them is the strength to keep going, to persist even in the face of adversity. With every step you take, confronting your fears and insecurities, you get closer to discovering and realizing your true potential. Lastly, always be kind to yourself. Spiritual development is a unique journey, and everyone has their own pace. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. Every small achievement should be celebrated, because every advance, no matter how simple it seems, is a victory. As you overcome fears and doubts, you become stronger and more able to embrace your talents. Overcoming these obstacles isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous process that requires courage, patience, and self-compassion. As you move forward, you'll realize that these challenges transform into growth opportunities, preparing you for the next step, putting your gifts into practice in the world. Throughout this journey, it's natural for fears and uncertainties to arise. The fear of the unknown, doubts about your ability to develop your talents, or insecurity about showing yourself to the world are common feelings, but they don't have to define your path. Overcoming them is essential to unlocking your true potential. The first step is to recognize them. Instead of ignoring them, face them head-on and ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? Often, by naming the fear, you can diminish its power. Investigate the root of these feelings. Are you afraid of rejection, of failing, or not living up to your own expectations? Understanding where the fear comes from helps you find a way to overcome it. One very effective technique for dealing with fear is visualization. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and imagine yourself facing what scares you in a way that empowers you. See yourself overcoming the challenge, feeling confident and fulfilled. By visualizing success, you begin to reprogram your mind to accept this reality. Over time, this new vision becomes part of your internal narrative, helping to dissolve the blocks that prevent you from moving forward. Additionally, the practice of gratitude can be transformative. Instead of focusing on the negative possibilities, start being grateful for everything that is going right in your life. Keep a gratitude journal, noting both the small and large daily achievements. This will shift your mental focus, allowing you to see how far you've come. This change in perspective is crucial to overcoming doubt and strengthening your self-confidence. Another practical way to deal with doubts is to strengthen your spiritual practice. Keep meditating, praying, and connecting with your essence. The more you dedicate yourself to these practices, the stronger your spiritual connection becomes, and the more reliable your intuition is. When you are deeply connected to the divine, doubts diminish because you feel the presence of something greater guiding your way. Don't hesitate to seek support along this journey. Talking to people who are going through similar experiences can offer encouragement and new perspectives. They may have faced similar challenges and have valuable insights to share about how to overcome these difficulties. Joining spiritual communities is a great way to feel supported and welcomed. And remember, you are not alone. Every person on this path faces their own inner struggles, but the difference lies in the ability to persist. With every step you take toward overcoming your fears, you are closer to reaching your true potential. Therefore, always be kind to yourself. The process of spiritual development is unique for each person, and there is no right pace for everyone. Avoid comparing yourself to others and focus on your own progress. Every small victory is an achievement and should be celebrated. As you continue on this journey, you will become stronger and more capable of fully living your gifts. Overcoming fears and doubts is a continuous process, but it is also one of the keys to personal and spiritual growth. As you overcome each fear and doubt, you become stronger and more capable of embracing your gifts. Overcoming these barriers is not a one-time event, but rather a continuous process that requires courage, patience, and self-compassion. As you move forward, you'll realize that these challenges are actually valuable opportunities for your growth and strengthening. With this solid foundation, you'll be ready for the next step, putting your gifts into practice in the world. After confronting and overcoming your fears, you reach a pivotal point in your spiritual journey, practicing your gifts in the world. This is the moment when you begin to apply everything you have learned, recognized, and developed up until now. Exercising your gifts is not just a way to express yourself, but also a means of serving the world and sharing your light and wisdom with others. The first step in putting your gifts into practice is finding a safe environment where you can express yourself freely, whether with friends, family, or in groups with similar spiritual visions. Being in a welcoming space allows you to experiment with your abilities without the fear of judgment. Remember, even though others may not fully understand your abilities at first, it does not diminish the value of your gifts. What matters most is that you feel comfortable and secure in sharing what you have to offer. As you begin to practice, keep in mind that consistent practice leads to perfection. If your gift is healing, for example, offer your help to friends or family who are in need. If you possess intuitive talent, share your insights gently and empathetically. Every small act of practice represents an opportunity to grow and further enhance your skills. Another way to practice your gifts is to get involved in your community or participate in projects that align with your spiritual mission. Offering your time and talents selflessly not only benefits others, but also creates a space for the development of your abilities. Often, the chosen ones discover their purpose by serving others. These experiences can provide valuable insights into how your gifts can be used for the greater good. It is also important to keep an open mind and be willing to explore new ways to manifest your abilities. Your gifts may express themselves in unexpected ways. If you see yourself as a communicator, perhaps writing or recording videos about your experiences and lessons could be a powerful way to reach others. If you have a sensitive nature, perhaps art, music, or other creative forms might be outlets for expression. The universe often presents opportunities. The key is to be aware and open to seizing them. As you begin to practice your gifts, it is also essential to learn how to establish healthy boundaries. Being chosen often involves the responsibility to help others, but this does not mean you should sacrifice yourself. Protect your energy and know when to step back to recharge. Learning to balance the desire to help with the need to care for yourself is crucial for maintaining a sustainable practice. The self-awareness you have developed so far will be your ally in this process. As you become more familiar with exercising your gifts, you will notice that they become more natural and fluid. The fear and doubt that once held you back begin to fade, giving way to confidence and security. Continuous practice not only strengthens your abilities, but also deepens your connection with the divine. You will start to feel guided on your journey, bringing a sense of peace and purpose. Remember, the journey is never solitary. Connecting with other chosen ones can enrich your experience. Sharing challenges, successes, and practices with others creates a network of support and inspiration. Find people who encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Together, you can grow and support each other. Practicing your gifts in the world is an act of love, both for yourself and for those around you. Every gesture, word, or action has the power to transform lives. This is your moment to shine and make a difference. From this point on, the path becomes clearer. Let's now explore how to turn your gifts into a lasting legacy, impacting not only your life, but also the lives of many others around you. As you begin to face and overcome your challenges, you become stronger and more prepared to embrace your abilities. Overcoming your fears and insecurities is not just a step, but an ongoing process that requires courage and self-compassion. As you move forward, you will realize that these challenges are opportunities for growth and strengthening. With a solid foundation, you will be ready to take the next step, applying your gifts in the world. After dealing with fears and doubts, you reach an important moment in your spiritual journey, putting into practice everything you have learned. Applying your gifts is not just about self-expression, but also about serving the world by sharing your light and wisdom with others. The first step is to find a safe environment where you can express yourself freely, whether with friends or in groups with similar values. Practicing in a safe space allows you the freedom to experiment with your gifts without the fear of judgment from others. Remember that often, the people around you may not immediately understand your talents, but that does not diminish their value. The most important thing is that you feel confident and comfortable sharing your abilities. As you begin to put your gifts into practice, it's essential to remember that consistent practice leads to mastery. If you have the gift of healing, for example, start by offering help to friends and family. If your ability lies in intuition, share your insights in a gentle and welcoming manner. Each practical action is an opportunity to grow and refine your gifts. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, as each one is an opportunity to learn and improve. Another way to strengthen your legacy is to get involved with the community, offering your time and skills in altruistic initiatives. Whether through volunteering, social projects, or creating your own initiatives, you become an agent of transformation. The impact you make doesn't have to be grand to be meaningful. Small actions can create significant changes and inspire others to engage in your mission. While transforming your gifts into a legacy, it's important to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Acknowledge the impact you've already made, even without receiving the recognition you desire. Every step you take and every person you touch are victories. Gratitude not only strengthens your connection to your mission, but also attracts more opportunities to expand your legacy. Remember that a legacy doesn't have to be something you leave at the end of your life. Every day is an opportunity to make a positive impact. As you evolve, your legacy also evolves, adapting to new experiences and lessons. Be open to changes and new directions your mission may take, always staying true to your essence. The most important thing is to continue serving the world with the best you have to offer. As you reflect on how to transform your gifts into a lasting legacy, it's essential to understand the vital role of faith and hope in this process. In moments of uncertainty and challenges, faith and hope become your greatest allies. They provide the strength needed to move forward, even when the path becomes difficult. Faith is not only believing in something greater, it's trusting deeply in yourself and the purpose you carry. It becomes your anchor during life storms. To cultivate faith, connect with your own experiences, remembering the times you overcame challenges, even when it seemed impossible. These moments of overcoming are key to strengthening your self-confidence. A powerful practice to cultivate faith is meditation and prayer. Dedicate daily time to connect with the divine, express gratitude, and ask for guidance. By opening your heart, you create a deep connection with your purpose and with the support of the universe, which will help you continue your journey. As you walk through your spiritual journey, faith and hope become powerful foundations that strengthen your connection with your divine purpose. Meditation provides a space of peace, allowing your mind to calm and your inner wisdom to emerge. In the silence of your practice, you find answers and reaffirm your belief in your path. On the other hand, hope shines like a light at the end of the tunnel, reminding you that even in the darkest moments, there's always the possibility of a new tomorrow and new opportunities. Hope gives you the strength to keep going, even when the path seems uncertain. One effective way to cultivate hope is through positive visualization. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, fully living your gifts, and making a difference in the world. By practicing this visualization, you fuel your motivation and shift the way you view challenges, transforming them into opportunities for growth. Additionally, surrounding yourself with people who share your vision is key. Being in a spiritual community or support groups provides an environment of mutual encouragement, reinforcing the sense that you are not alone on your journey. Connections with others who are chosen create a network of love and support that strengthens your faith and hope. Celebrating each accomplishment, no matter how small, is essential. Every step you take toward your purpose deserves to be recognized. By celebrating your victories, you renew your confidence and honor the progress you've made. These moments of celebration serve as reminders of how far you've come and that there is much more to come. In moments of doubt, practicing self-compassion is important. Understand that the spiritual journey is not a race, but a marathon, and it's normal to have highs and lows. Allow yourself to feel emotions, but don't let them define you. Every experience, positive or negative, contributes to your growth. Faith and hope, like muscles, grow stronger the more you exercise them. Each time you choose to believe, even in the face of adversity, you strengthen your connection with the divine and your purpose. This process of strengthening is not only an internal journey, but also an opportunity to share what you've learned. Sharing your experience is a generous act that can light the way for others who are on their own quest for their gifts. Reflecting on the lessons you've learned, you can impart valuable wisdom that helps others overcome their challenges. Telling your story not only validates your own experience, but also creates a safe space for others to share theirs. In addition to sharing your story, actively using your gifts is equally important. Whether through healing, counseling, workshops, or any other form of expression, applying your skills to help others makes a real difference. This process not only reinforces your confidence, but also inspires others to recognize and develop their own potential. Constructive feedback is a valuable tool in this process. By interacting with your audience, you can improve your approach and better understand how your gifts are impacting the lives around you. Each person you touch is a seed planted. The impact you make can spread far beyond what you imagine. Remember, people often need time to absorb and internalize the lessons they've received from you. Staying available and approachable is crucial, as the simple act of sharing your light can inspire others to find their own. As you continue practicing, developing, and sharing your gifts, you create a lasting legacy. Your light is unique and needed, and there's no reason to hesitate in shining and spreading all the wisdom and love you possess. If this content resonated with you, please leave a like and share it with others who also need this message. Comment below with your experiences and how you plan to use your gifts. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more content that will support your spiritual journey.